the evolution of romance. I thought about that because I'm like, people aren't romantic anymore. People don't want to be romantic, do they?
I don't know if they don't want to, but it's just not highly sang about, written about, and it's just not put in the place that I think it deserves. And so when coming up with the title and just the works of this project, I wanted to just hone in on a specific area. I'm a musician, so I can go in and sing any day of the week, right? But I like to be very specific and targeted in my recordings.
Right.
And when I sat down with my team, just trying to figure out like what's a space that we can occupy and make a home, make a permanent position. And somebody that grew up watching soap operas, somebody that grew up writing love songs, I was just writing love letters and all of those things. I just realized like, you know, romance is something that we all long for. We can't live without it and we want it.
Right.
And I looked at the landscape of the industry. I'm like, romance is missing. Cats ain't singing about romance and love no more.
Romance been missing for like 20-something years.
90s.
That's what I'm saying. So is that what I really miss about it?
I think so.
Because I think it's an escape, even especially for women. And I'm just going to keep it real.
Sure.
Women ain't getting romanced out here.
They're not.
Women are not getting romanced out here.
And that's why
that's a shame.
Evolution of Romance and the romance dealer Q Parker put out this music. And it's not just a one-off either. Like this is a series of releases that I'll do over the next 3 to 5 years with about 4 or 5 volumes of this romance, because I believe romance has different levels.
Right.
It's not just romance as a blanket. No, it's levels of it. And each volume I'll go deeper and deeper and expand the reach and the net of romance.
When we talk about the evolution of romance, right? What is it, do you think, about this album that makes it really special for you personally? Like, right? How have you grown as an artist?
Well, yeah. So when I talk about the evolution, right, it's twofold. There's an evolution of romance because, again, as I said, romance has different levels and it continues to evolve. But then also Q Parker, the artist, has also evolved. My last release was in 2012. And so there's been a 12, 13 year
that's a
period
span,
from the Manual, which was my first solo album, to now Evolution of Romance. And just during that time, I've grown. I have learned a whole lot. I'm addicted to just information. I love getting information. I watch relationship shows. I read. I just watch. And again, that was a part of how I got to the point of wanting to sing about romance, because I look at the podcast, I look at the TV shows, I listen to the radio, and I'm like, man, people are not in relation anymore. And again, back in the 90s, we used the music to articulate what we wanted to say to our girlfriends, to their husbands, to their wives, or whatever the case may be. And they became the soundtracks of our lives. And so I'm like, you know what? That's a formula that will always work, because relationships ain't going nowhere.
No, they're not.
So?
No, they're not. I say it about podcasting too, right? When you talk about relationship topics, immediately it's going to resonate. But a lot of times, you know, I think we get into this thing where we're caught up with celebrity news and all that. No, people are looking for an escape in their life because they're not getting romance.
Yeah.
I speak a lot for women, though. Let me just...
As you should.
Let me brace you, because I have like a woman energy, right? So when it comes to this is even because I'm from the hip hop space more so. So I have a lot of conversations, a lot of interviews where I'm dealing with or having conversations with men who are very hard on women.
Yeah.
You know, men in this industry are really hard on women. So if for me, right, going back to the 90s when we had romance and we had, you know, songs that spoke to us as women, I just feel like it's absent nowadays.
So when you just said men are hard on women.
Hard on women. In the industry and in entertainment, hard on women, that's my stance.
So I want to challenge you on that, because as a male R&B artist, we signed a syllabus that said we were going to cater to women.
Right.
We're going to sing to women.
Right.
We're going to show through our music that chivalry ain't dead. We're going to wine and dine through our voices and through our penmanship and all of those things. And so I'm just gonna say, you know, maybe start interviewing more R&B artists.
I want to.